Welcome back to Pacific Drive. It's later the same night as I recorded the previous episode, but in the intervening time, a windstorm has started. And so I'm kind of rushing back to my machine to try to make this video before we inevitably lose power. So it's possible I'm going to get cut off in the middle of a sentence, and that's going to be hilarious. So we ended the last episode after making a pretty serious Pacific Drive leading up to this mission up here called The Well. I think this might be a climactic moment in the story, but it's been so long since I played the game, I've lost track of everything that's going on. So please forgive me if I don't actually understand the story that I'm playing through. So, this place has perpetual stability, which means that it's not going to have a storm. So it looks like I've just got a road to drive down.
This is really it, huh?
Yeah.
The end of the road. Soon we'll finally see for ourselves what caused the mass hallucination and what Tobias and Alan died for.
And whether it was all worth it.
This is the problem.
Francis,
Yeah?
thank you for trusting me when you had every reason not to. Getting to this point together with you, it makes me feel like my old self again.
It's been an honor to watch you work, Dr. Turner.
So yeah, what I was going to say was the problem with stopping playing a game for a really long time is that unlike say a movie or a TV show, if you interrupt yourself while you're watching it and you come back, you just watch a little bit of the previous stuff, get yourself caught up, and then you're fine. In a game, you can't really do that. I mean, some games have a way that you can do that for whatever reason, but most games are structured in a way where, like, when you're making progress forward, it's just only forward. You can't just jump back a little bit and remind yourself what happened. And that's a challenge that a lot of people, in the game industry, we think about how to solve that sometimes. And it would be, a lot of the solutions are expensive, and so we end up not, even if we set them as ambitions, it can be a little difficult to do it. Like, if you've got a game that's got a linear story, for instance, I've seen some people put updates in the loading screens to say this is what's going on in the story in case you forgot. I've seen a lot of games that put reminders of really strong reminder tutorials of how to play the game, especially like a game like Spider-Man, for instance, where you're learning so many abilities. There's no way that you're just going to pull them out of your memory if you come back after a year. And so they've got like full tutorials available throughout. The skills UI just is full of tutorials, and so you can see a lot of like modern games, especially games that have large budgets, they put a lot of thought into those kinds of reminders. Here, in fact, you can see on the pause menu that it is trying to remind me what's going on, though it's impossible to give me enough context in a paragraph this short. But what it says is, it's time to bring the car to the well, to release the remnants' hold on you for good. Who knows what you'll find there, but with Oppie and Francis on your side, this is the best chance you have at surviving this thing. So I do remember that I am trapped here inside this anomalous zone. It's got a big wall around it, and whatever's in here wants me in here. And so this is meant to be some kind of resolution for it. The woman's voice, I remember she was a scientist, I think, who was involved in creating this, and she went inside it to study it or something like that. So she knows a lot about it. I think other folks that you hear over the radio are people who were accidentally trapped in here and have been trying to figure out how to survive. So that's all the context I remember. So hopefully that's helpful. Let's go a little further. Oh, I'm almost out of gas. Of course, that is a problem that I took on last time, but I've got a solution. The solution is a gas can. Can I just equip this directly? Yes, I can. All right. So yeah, I've got a gas can that I can dump in here. And because I've expanded my fuel capacity so much, even the large fuel can only fills this up to a third, but that's okay. Oh, but another thing I can do is fill it up from this fuel synthesizer that I've got attached to the car. And actually, because the fuel synthesizer runs all the time, I think it costs battery when it's running. Because it runs all the time, I actually could have been siphoning fuel from it this entire time. keeping my my tank full, and at the same time giving it more time to charge up more. But it looks like there's enough in it already that, I mean, I can fill my tank, and hopefully that'll be enough. Wait, what is that noise? Do I want to know? Alright. Fuel can taken care of. While I'm out here, I should also free up some space in my inventory. And... okay, it looks like we got a windy road ahead. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wait. Put myself in gear and the car just started rolling backwards. Okay, there's something crazy out here. I haven't seen something like this before.
These gamma readings, are they real? I can't even begin to guess what could be outputting this much radiation.
Some sort of energy reservoir, a massive fission reaction, or
A portal.
Atlantis. If this thing really leads us to Atlantis, I'm turning in my PhD.
God, if only Tobias were here to see it.
I would have liked to hear his take on all this. For once.
Ooh, actually, I just realized something. My batteries are about 44, and I'm not sure what kind of trouble I'm going to get in it if I'm going to need to use my batteries. But if I do, I should probably charge them up. So let's grab this. And also, I mean, most of my tools right now are kind of at the minimum. And I'm wondering if it might make sense for me to grab the charged up versions of them. Like, get rid of this guy and replace it with that guy. Or do I have a backup? I don't think I've got a backup one of these, but I've got a backup one of these. And I don't have a... oh, there's my backup hammer. So, and then my backup repair tool. That's actually probably the most important one to have a backup for. And let's also grab some of that. Okay, now did those... okay, good. They did all queue up in my hotbar. I was worried. But yeah, if I grabbed another copy of the same thing, it queues up in the same spot in the hotbar. Okay, now I'm feeling more prepared. This red glow is eerie.
All right, driver. You're almost to the threshold. Remember, Francis and I have got your back. Once you get that car to the well, we'll keep the gamma ray burst under control for as long as we can. Whatever happens, whatever state you find yourself in, the ARC device will be your safety net. Use it. Get back to us, you hear me?
Ready when you are, driver.
I turned off the lights for a bit just so we could get the atmosphere here. And oh, actually, let's do that again. That just looks cooler than my lights being on. My,
It's opening. Godspeed, driver.
wait.
Hoppy? Hoppy! Did it work?
What's the energy output? Damn it,
Alan, I'm fine. Light nearly blinded me. Can you read it?
Yeah. Let me see. 500 kilojoules? Happy, what is this?
The future. I call it limb waves.
Coffee delivery.
Alan, gosh. Is it that time already?
So, about leaving on. I was thinking, about by Christmas.
Yes, maybe. I just need to solve this instability issue. I loathe to think about leaving the Olympic Peninsula like this.
Yeah, there's always more to do.
I know. I'm sorry.
And I love you for it. I'm just wondering if you'll really be able to walk away from all this. It's okay if you can't.
You abandoned the world to work here beside me. Fair is fair.
Lentech is a world-changing discovery. Your world-changing discovery. Fairness isn't even a consideration.
We agreed to have children, and I'm not having them in this hellhole.
Good, because I'd love to have 8.
Then I hope you're ready to carry at least half of those yourself.
I love you.
I love you.
So I assumed that the finale here was going to be mostly some kind of driving challenge, and maybe we probably have something like that still in our future. But it's interesting that they put me on foot for this, in kind of a dream world. I kind of like endings that aren't about sort of pushing you to the extremities, but rather doing something to resolve the story that doesn't necessarily threaten to kill you all the time. Like the ending of the first Halo, for instance. One of the easier sequences, but exciting anyway, because it was novel and it led to the conclusion of the story, which you cared about.
Tobias, the movers are here. Wait, why aren't you packed?
I ain't going.
The evacuation orders...
Evacuation orders can go to hell. We leave, and we never see the inside of these walls again. All the things we've been investigating, the ripple, the echoes from the swamp, they'll all fade away. I'm gonna stay and chase down these stories, wherever they take me.
Tobias,
Stay here. With me.
I was bracing myself for another jump. The last one kind of jump scared me, literally. I'm really curious what this level looks like from the top down.
you here to vote?
I'm here to deliver the committee's decision. You have been found guilty of doctoring experimental data. This action is in clear violation of Artist scientific integrity. Judgment has been rendered. You may stay and work, but your clearance will be lowered to level 3.
So I'm to be a glorified flash cleaner.
Take it as a win. You could have been court-martialed instead.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have liked that much better.
What I like has no bearing on this decision. See you on Monday, Dr. Cook.
So our internet has been flickering, and I think it just went out for a sec. So I think that was what that notification was, and my screen actually went dark. Like, it's still recording, but my screen went dark for a second. That's why I stopped and got confused. So hopefully I can finish this before the windstorm is over. I'm recording this as an MKV instead of an MPEG 4, so that it can be interrupted and I won't lose data.
Driver, do you read me?
Driver, you passed through some sort of opening. We managed to hold it steady, but the energy explosion is growing. We don't have much longer.
If you can hear this, you need to get back now.
All right.
Hey, look! The gang's back together!
Tobias?
I never told you how grateful I was that you stayed behind in the zone. With me. These years, best of my life. Foraging for mushrooms, slogging through swamplands, combing through hours and hours of terrible field recordings. Not a single moment wasted. Thank you. For everything.
It was all you. You made me feel capable. That anything was possible. That I wasn't some second-rate scientist. All my happiness was thanks to you. And I'm afraid of how I'll survive without you.
I'm not. You got this. You always have. Hey, Oppie. Alan sends his regards. He wants to know why you haven't taken his advice yet.
Somebody built all of this. There's so much of it. And they had to time it with dialogue. I mean, looks like they were...
Driver. It was the honor of a lifetime to be on this road trip with you.
They went pretty loose with the timing, because I'm running now. And, it still works.
Bye. Until next time.
Tobias? Tobias!
Driver, if you could hear this, we can't keep the well stable for much longer.
Okay.
Wherever you are, come back.
All right. Here comes the driving bit. Oh, whoa. I was trying to figure out where I was on this map. But I'm not on it.
Just a little longer. Hold steady, Francis. Keep those limb faces aligned. Not even a .001 deviation, you get me?
I'm trying.
The entry field is wobbling, obvious. Anything you do to stabilize things on your side. Punching it as hard as I can. Francis, hold tight. I'm here. There's a phase. It's deceiving. Driver, punch it. Go.
Streets ahead. Nice. And this is my home. Inside the zone.
You made it back, driver. All in one piece, it looks like.
And no sign of the Remnant's energy signature anywhere in that car. You're free.
But the car's maintained its link to you. Fascinating. We'll never know how far the Remnant's obsessions wormed into your head, but you should be safe from it getting any worse. In theory.
Oppie, I'm sorry. You didn't get to talk to Alan again.
We managed to pull off the near impossible. And the first thing you do is apologize?
Sorry. I mean,
Don't worry, it was Tobias's fault. He hogged the frequency all for himself yet again.
you heard him too.
I did. That means I didn't imagine that last conversation with Alan. And you know what else?
What?
That your theory was right.
And Tobias called it. All that bluster, and he ended up showing us scientists a thing or two. Those moments we heard, they were all from the past. Being inside that well somehow allowed the remnant to
Access those imprints and replay them. But Tobias's voice wasn't from the past, it was from somewhere else entirely.
But where? And how?
No clue. Do me a favor. Once you figure it out, don't bother telling me. I'm leaving the zone.
I'm sorry, what?
Alan came to tell me goodbye, and that I was forgiven 37 years ago. I didn't listen. So now, finally, I'm going to take his advice. I should have left the zone a long time ago.
But if we solve this, maybe there's a way to speak to him again.
I heard what I needed to hear. It only took me 37 years to listen. Anyway, all that sounds like a young scientist game. It's not for me anymore. Francis, you decide what to do from here. You can carry the torch and continue the research, or get out of this cursed place and find your own way. It's your decision. And driver, you're free now. You can do what you want from here. But if you'll allow an old woman one last hope, stay here with Francis. There's so many more stories for the zone to tell. And the both of you are young enough to listen. My ears are bad. And I refuse to hear them. I've removed all access restrictions to my systems, Francis. The helm is yours.
Wait, I don't know if I can do this alone.
You're not alone. You've got clear eyes, ears open to the impossible, and the driver. Dr. Cook, driver. It's been a pleasure. This is Dr. Ophelia Turner. Signing off.
Abby? Abby! Really? Well, driver, if you don't mind sticking around with me, Abby was right. There's still so much of the zone that we still don't know about. But with your help, we can tell those stories. I'm no Abby, but I'll do the best I can. You're no longer bound to the car, but it stayed with you and will continue to protect you as you travel the zone. Go on then. As long as you're willing to drive, I'm along for the ride.
Well, there we go. That's the ending of Pacific Drive. I wasn't sure whether that was going to be it, but it is. And it looks like they've... I do like it when an open world game, or open world-ish game anyway, contrives a way for the world to persist after the ending. You don't destroy the world or completely change your relationship with it or something. So there's a reason to just sort of keep on screwing around if you just like the moment-to-moment gameplay. And I'm actually inclined, now that this is on Game Pass, I'm inclined to start over from scratch on my Xbox, just because, I don't know, playing this again has been just, I don't know, it's reminded me how much I enjoyed it. I mean, this was possibly my favorite game from last year. I'll have to remember what other games there were. It's up there anyway, though. It's in my top 5, easily. Yeah, just playing it again, it's been really fun to remind myself what it was like to play this game, why I loved it so much. So yeah, let's hang out and watch these credits, and then so I think this is probably going to be my last Pacific Drive video for a little while. Though I think I heard they might have some DLC coming out. If they do, then yeah, I might come back for that. I'm gonna look that up. Okay, yeah, so the new DLC is called Whisper in the Woods. It says, return to the zone and witness the rise of a group of anomaly-obsessed fanatics in this terrifying new expansion to Pacific Drive. And it says that basically anytime after the first few hours, there's a new area you can go to. And there's new stuff to try. So that sounds pretty cool. How new is this? Did it happen a long time ago and I just missed it? No, it's pretty new. It came out like 2 days ago as of this recording. A little longer if you're, whenever you're watching this. But yeah, so maybe it's not my last Pacific Drive episode. Maybe I should go get that DLC and try it out fairly soon. Well, that's exciting. I've got an excuse to play more of this game. Though, yeah, so, and it says it also because it's playable anytime within the first few hours. That means it's not like extra hard, which that was something that was going to worry me about. It's like, oh no, I'm still getting my feet wet with this game again after being away from it for so long. And if the DLC was like after the end and it's like, look, it's even harder now, I'd be like, oh no. But it doesn't seem like the point of this game is to be really hard. Like it feels like this game is much more of a, let's get into these vibes. Let's get into this atmosphere, this world. It's more about that than it is about challenge yourself with the hardest core action. And I think that's really good. I mean, it has challenge. It has plenty of challenge. It can be difficult. There can be bad situations that are hard to get out of, but they're there because that's the story that they're telling. That's the world that they're trying to immerse you in, is one where you have to be self-reliant. You have to, you have serious problems you have to solve. Your character's in danger, and the world needs to be kind of scary, like for you to be intimidated in the way that you're supposed to be in order to play as this character. The world actually has to be challenging you. So but the challenge is there to serve the experience, to serve the vibes, to serve the story. It's not there just for its own sake, just because you're here to test yourself against, the whatever. This isn't a From Software game. And so it makes perfect sense, actually, that the DLC would broaden the world without trying to, tack a new level of difficulty onto the end. And I don't remember if there were difficulty selections here. There probably are. I bet there's a way that I can play it that is a little bit more challenging, but that's just kind of not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be like, to find out if I can handle it. I'm here to vibe with this, semi-sentient car. That's what I'm here to do. Oh, it looks like, is this the list of songs? I haven't been reading the credits. I've just been displaying them for you. Oh, font attributions, sound attributions. Okay, we're getting to the middleware. Speed tree, that makes sense. Got a lot of trees. I mean, do they have speed television, though? I feel like that would have been useful for the final sequence. I love this game. And now here I am back at my car, getting it all ready for the next adventure. Well, I've got some other games to play, so I don't know if it'll be immediately on schedule, but yeah, I want to try Whisper in the Woods, so we'll probably do that on this channel at some point. But for right now, it's time for me to wrap this up, especially before the wind knocks our power out. So I'll see you later. There's my subscribe button. Here's links to other videos, and whenever I do come back and do Whisper in the Woods, that'll go there. So if it's there, you can click on it and see some more.